Apple fruit crop. Apple, Malus domestica, Bork, Rosaceae. Other members are pear, quince and loquat. Apple is a pome, false pome, king of temperate fruit. Largest storage life. Apple. Most widely grown temperate fruit. Climacteric fruit, deciduous fruit tree. Symbol of health, premier fruit of world. Premier fruit of world. Apple bowl of India is Himachal Pradesh. Has sugar, that is sorbitol, malic acid. Origin is Southwest Asia. Edible part is fleshy thalamus or mesocarp. Flower is flower color white to pink. Largest producer is China. India, 83% in Himachal Pradesh, 45% in Jammu and Kashmir, 30% in UP Hills. 83% in Himachal Pradesh, 45% in Jammu and Kashmir, 30% in UP Hills. Malus domestica, Bork, Rosaceae. Other members, king of temperate fruits. False pome, climacteric. Origin is Southwest Asia. Sugar is sorbitol and malic acid. Largest producer India. Apple bowl of India, Himachal Pradesh. MSL 1500 to 2700 meter, 21 to 24 degrees Celsius temperature, 21.1 to 26.7 degrees Celsius temperature for fruit setting. Other states of India, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Nagaland, Meghalaya, northeastern states, Nilgiri Hills in Tamil Nadu. Chilling hours 1000 to 1500 hours. Temperature less than 7 degrees Celsius in winter. Soil is loamy, rich in organic matter. Soil pH is 5.5 to 6.5. Temperature of chilling hours less than 7 degrees Celsius in winter. Temperature of chilling hours less than 7 degrees Celsius in winter. Temperature of chilling hours 1000 to 1500 hours. Rootstocks. Malus sylvestrix or crabapple, Malus prunifolia and Malus sikimensis. Used for resistant to below freezing soil temperature or to control woolly aphid and root knot nematodes. Malling stalks are developed by East Malling Research Station, England. Rootstock jointly developed by Marton and East Malling Research Station at John Innes Horticultural Institute. Clonally propagated cutting or stooling. Clonally propagated by cutting or stooling. So rootstocks are used for resistance to below freezing soil temperature or to control woolly aphid or root knot nematodes. Rootstocks like Malus sylvestrix or crabapple, Malus prunifolia, Malus sikimensis. Malling stalks developed by East Malling Research Station, England. Rootstock jointly developed by Marton and East Malling Research Station at John Innes Horticultural Institute. It is a clonally propagated by cutting or stooling. So two types of rootstocks are there, seedling rootstock and clonal rootstock. Seedling rootstock crabapple or Malus baccata in December for 2 to 3 months at 2 to 5 degrees Celsius. 1 year old seedlings used for budding or grafting. Clonal rootstock raised by mound or stool layering. Cut rooted layers. Two types of rootstocks, seedling rootstocks and clonal rootstocks. Seedling rootstocks crabapple or Malus baccata in December for 2 to 3 months at 2 to 5 degrees Celsius temperature. 1 year old seedlings are used for budding or grafting. Clonal rootstocks are raised by mound or stool layering. Cut rooted layers. M9 and M27 dwarfing. M7 and MM106 tolerant to below freezing, -40 to -35 degrees Celsius, resistant to woolly aphid. Northern spy resistant to woolly aphid, Iriosoma lanigera. So M7 and M9 dwarfing. M9, M27 dwarfing. M7, MM106 tolerant to below freezing temperature and resistant to woolly aphids. Below freezing temperature -40 to -35 degrees Celsius, resistant to woolly aphids. Northern spy is also resistant to woolly aphid, that is Iriosoma lanigera. Propagation by rootstocks, Malus sylvestrix, Malus baccata, crabapple, M9, MM106, and weep grafting and tongue grafting. Planting in January to February. Peat size 1 meter into 1 meter into 1 meter. Fill the peats with 30 to 40 kg of FYM plus 500 gram of SSP plus 50 gram of malathion dust. Planting system is square or hexagonal planting system. Plants number 200 to 1250 plants per hectare. Propagation by rootstocks like crabapple or Malus baccata, Malus sylvestrix, M9, MM106, or whip grafting and tongue grafting. 4 types of planting density: low density less than 250 plants per hectare, moderate density 250 to 500 plants per hectare, high density plant density 500 to 1250 plants per hectare, ultra high density more than 1250 plants per hectare. FYM 10 kg per year, NPK 70 is to 35 is to 70 gram per year, 700 is to 350 is to 700 gram per hectare, 10th year aged plants. 500 is to 250 is to 400 gram per hectare at low crop load, off year, at the off year. At off year, at low crop load, nitrogen, urea 5%, chemical and dose, time of spray pre-petal fall. Calcium CaCl to 0.5%, 30 to 45 days before harvest. Zinc sulfate, ZnSO4 0.5% after petal fall. Manganese, MnSO4 0.4% after petal fall. Boron H3BO3 0.1% before bloom and after bloom. CaCl to calcium chloride 30 to 45 days before harvest. Then irrigation. Critical stage of irrigation is fruit set. Minimum 8 irrigations at the fruit set or critical stage in April to August. Water requirement of apple is 114 cm per annum. 15 to 20 irrigations are necessary. 3 to 4 days interval in summer irrigation, 7 to 10 weeks interval in winter. Critical stage of irrigation is fruit set. Weeding by glyphosate at the rate 800 ml per hectare or Gamaxone or Paraquat at the rate 0.5%. Reduce the weed for 4 to 5 months. Post-emergence herbicides. Mulching, clean culture, sod culture with hay or black polythene. Mulching with hay or black polythene or dry grass or oak leaves. Intercropping with green manuring crops like bean, sunflower. Weeding by post-emergence herbicides. Weeding by post-emergence herbicide and intercropping with green manuring crops like bean and sunflower. Apply PGR's plant growth regulators at petal fall. Petal fall stage, carbaryl or Sevin at the rate 750 to 1000 ppm or NAA, naphthalene acetic acid, synthetic oxin at the rate 10 to 20 ppm. Pollenizer plants in India. Royal Delicious cultivars, Red Delicious, Golden Delicious. Training modified central leader system for high density planting, spindle bush system under hill conditions, pruning 6 years after plantation. Apply plant growth regulators. Pollenizer plants in India. What are the cultivars? Red Delicious, Golden Delicious and Royal Delicious in India. Training modified central leader system for high density planting, spindle bush system under hill conditions and pruning 6 years after plantation. Modified central leader, spindle bush. Orchard start bearing from 8th year, economic life up to 30 years. Production stage extends up to every 40 years. Orchard start bearing from 8th year onwards. Economic life up to 30 years. Production stage extends up to every 40 years. Maturity indices by starch iodine test. Starch index 1 to 2. Average yield in Uttaranchal 5 to 6 tons per hectare, very low. In Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir 10 to 12 tons per hectare, high. Harvesting by hand or ladder. Harvesting of apples before they are fully ripe. Maturity indices, starch iodine test. Maturity indices is determined by, in apple, starch iodine test. Starch indices 1 to 2. Yield in Uttaranchal is lower than yield in Himachal Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir. Harvesting by hand or ladder. Harvesting of apples before they are fully ripe. Special cultural practices, drip or trickle irrigation. Herbicide pitazine, atrazine plus simazine plus propazine at the rate 8 to 10 kg per hectare. What is the composition of pitazine? Atrazine plus simazine plus propazine. In 1.5 meter band tree rows, reduce the earthworm. Chilling deficiency cause bud break. Then flowering and petal fall. At flowering and petal fall. Chilling deficiency. Control of bud break by Sandolin A or dinitro-orthocresol at the rate 0.5% in 2% mineral oil emulsion in January. This flowering increased by Allard at the rate 3000 ppm. So what are the special cultural operations in apple? Drip or trickle irrigation, herbicide. Chilling deficiency causes bud break in apple. Chilling deficiency at the flowering and petal fall stage. Control sandolin A or dinitro-orthocresol at the rate 0.5% in 2% mineral oil emulsion in January. Flowering is increased by LR at the rate 3000 ppm. AVG or amino-ethoxyvinyl glycine at the rate 200 ppm increase the fruit set to 10-fold and prevent the fruit drop. AVG or amino-ethoxyvinyl glycine at the rate 200 ppm. AVG amino-ethoxyvinyl glycine increase the fruit set to 10-fold and prevent the fruit drop. Disorder is fruit drop. 3 types of fruit drop: early fruit drop, June drop, and pre-harvest drop. Early fruit drop, improper pollination. June drop due to moisture stress and fruit competition. Pre-harvest drop is most serious. Which type of fruit drop is most serious in apple? Pre-harvest drop. Control of pre-harvest drop: spray NaA, naphthalene acetic acid at the rate 10 ppm or 1 ml Planofix in 500 liter of water 1 week before expected fruit drop. 3 types of fruit drop: early fruit drop due to improper pollination, June drop due to moisture stress and fruit competition, and pre-harvest drop due to it is most serious. Control of pre-harvest drop by spraying of NaA at the rate 10 ppm or 1 ml Planofix in 5 liter of water 1 week before expected fruit drop.